Hey everybody, how you doing? Dash and Dave here again. Please click that subscribe button and hit that like button. Thank you very much. Hey everybody, how you doing? Hope everybody had a safe and fun Thanksgiving. Occasionally I address and reply to viewer comments on my YouTube channel in specific videos, and I thought, hey, let's kind of start an occasional series here where when I get a bunch of these together, I'll address your comments and questions, and it'll kind of be a Q&A and tips and tricks and a back and forth between me and you good people. Kodos writes, not to be nosy, but why did you decide not to do UPS PVD this year? And as you saw in my response, mainly I just wanted to see what the food delivery had to offer this time of year, because I've never done food delivery in the holiday season, if you will. And the one thing about the UPS PVD that really got me was in the morning, the first couple hours, sorting the pile, going through, several hundred boxes and getting them all in order before you could load them and then go out on your runs. That was just a killer for this 60-year-old man. A lot of bending over, everything's on the floor there. After that, it was a dream job, but that was just kind of killing me. And like I said, I wanted to find out what the food delivery had to offer for a whole year. Mucky Duck is in my town, my zone. I've seen her several times out and about, and we've chit-chatted about this, that, and the other thing. And she writes, hey, they approved me for Spark. What's your referral code? Maybe it'll get you a bonus. So I put it in down below, and it's my understanding that once she completes a certain number of Walmart Spark deliveries within a certain time frame, I really can't tell you what those metrics are, she will get a $100 bonus, and I will get a $100 bonus. Just a quick note, it's my understanding this referral code from me only works for people in my zone. So if you're in Arizona, you can't use it. All right, sorry about that. OJ writes, so are these Doordash orders even worth it for you now since you're back in Speedwagon instead of Egg? I know you're doing these orders in Speedwagon because of Spark and you need a bigger vehicle, but now I feel like you're taking a loss because of the miles per gallon. Well, thank you for your concern, OJ. Actually, my dollars per mile metric has come up a little bit solely because of the pay of the Walmart Spark deliveries at this time. And with the exception of the TVs during the deals online delivery days, I think I'll be able to complete the deliveries in Eggman just fine. It's got a big trunk. I can load up various orders within the totes and my other bags to keep them separate and straight and everything. So I don't anticipate Egg actually cramping my style, if you will, when grocery delivery is pretty much it and not so much the deals online. But right now I'm using Eggman as a fair weather delivery car. When it's snowy and crappy outside, I prefer to be in big, heavy four-wheel drive Speedwagon. Kind of surprising, like I said, the dollars per mile metric has actually come up, and that's all because of the Walmart Spark. I'm hoping that the Walmart Spark will fit in nicely after the holiday delivery season, and I think it will. Grocery deliveries here to stay. Caliboy79 writes, hey, nice video, Dave. I like watching your adventures. I notice you get a lot of catering orders. That's awesome. Grubhub has been picking up lately in my market, so I'll take them even if they've got them. I've had the same customer scam on Grubhub today and the last week for free food. They cancel the order right before I show up or when I deliver it, and I get a notification about 10 or 15 minutes later. This is something that we all have to deal with at certain times. I believe it was either my first or second Grubhub order that the customer replied that they had not received the order. And in fact, it was like 5 minutes later, I got an actual phone call from Grubhub saying, hey, the customer didn't get the order. And I said, hey, I've got pictures. I realize I'm new. This is my first or second order. I said, I've got a picture. I can email you or text you or whatever. And they said, okay, fine, no problem. I got paid for it. Each food delivery app does this in a slightly different manner, and hopefully if this person did this on a regular basis, they got hammered. As far as the Doordash catering orders, to me that kind of seems to be hit or miss. Almost had none during the summer, but it picked up, when the college got back into session in corporate offices and everything near the end of the year with their fiscal calendar years and everything. And yeah, they're real nice to have. If you can get on the large order program, get on it. And it's a pleasure to have you follow me along for the ride. Kevin and I have had some back and forth in the comments specifically regarding the Accept More, Earn More program. He writes, I crashed my AR down to 22% and I get a lot more trash offers, but I still get good ones. And because of the large order program, I get $30 to $40 bangers too. I might have to pull a Richard and raise my AR at the end of the month. Dash Now Anytime has a lot of value in my market. The way my market near Philly is set up, it's segmented into many different zones, and good orders frequently move me into other zones. With Top Dasher, I can zone hop freely, which greatly reduces the dead miles. That I totally get. I was able to maintain 70% acceptance rating or higher for the first 6 weeks of the Accept More, Earn More program when it hit my market, and then a bad week or two and I'm down to like 54% right now, and it's a heck of a grind to get that back up. And that's just the way the market plays, and that's just the way the Accept More, Earn More program is designed. And once you get down, it's hard to get back up. So, but I totally understand what Kevin's talking about here with having multiple zones that border each other. So yeah, to get all the way back up to 70 from 22%, man, that's going to be a heck of a grind, Kev. You'll have to figure out if it's actually averaging out that it would be better to try to stay up, or then again, you've got your different zones and Dash Now. That's real important. I totally get that. And then he continues, are you on Roadie? Maybe Walmart has a new contract with them. Yesterday they had a ton of grocery orders that paid $25 to $30 with reasonable drives. Also, Roadie has prescription drop-offs which pay $15 to $20, and they were quick deliveries. I am with Roadie. I have not really run that app a whole lot. Roadie, at least, maybe I need to check into this, maybe they've updated it. When I ran with Roadie previously, much like Uber Eats, they showed you the map and the pay kind of and the mileage, but you don't know where you're going. Walmart, Spark, and Doordash, you can get in there even before you accept the order and see the physical address, including the apartment number and everything, and I've really gotten used to that. Like I mentioned before, College Town, we have a lot of stairs to walk in my market. But yeah, I am with Roadie, and I believe that they have only jumped on with Walmart for the deals surge, because that's been spread out over several weeks now, and it could very well be that when the holiday season, sales season's over, Roadie backs out again and it's purely Spark. Robert James reports, I see Uber got into the shop and deliver now also. Wasn't aware they did that. They just texted me about that. Yeah, it hit me about 3 weeks ago. I got the card activated. I haven't done any shop and delivers on Uber yet. I was kind of anticipating maybe that they were going to be a little bit better pay than DoorDash, given that most of the time, most Uber orders pay a little bit better than the similar DoorDash orders do. But so far I've not seen that, and I have not actually done any. And it seems in my market, for the most part, Uber is aligned with Target. Mucky Duck, we've talked about her before. She's in my market. She says, I've been doing UE shop and deliver for months. So maybe it has something to do with how long you've been with Uber. I've got just over 600 deliveries. Maybe my metrics came up enough to give me the opportunity to have the shop and deliver on Uber. Not sure. And maybe the Uber Eats shop and deliver is a lot like the DoorDash large order program, that they only need or want so many within any given market. But anyway, yeah, it's another opportunity for us. Viewer Random Player asks about the Walmart Spark deliveries. I'm not sure how to do the ones with 20 or more. All the dimensions are 65 by 7 by 40. Is that everything? I believe that's TVs, and if he had a 20 run order with TVs, holy smokes, that must have been paying pretty good. But anyway, yeah, that's what the dimensions are indicating in this case, I believe, is some pretty large TVs. For the most part, with grocery deliveries, a size is not given, but rather a size of the order: small, medium, large, extra large, and then you can get in there and see what the item count is. And as far as multiple customer drop-offs on one single order, I think the largest one that I have done is 10 deliveries, and the tags are pretty sticky. They stick on the bags pretty good, and then when I'm loading up Speedwagon with the orders, I kind of stage them in order. You can see that. And the delivery app, you cannot change the delivery order like you can on DoorDash, so it just leads you right through the itinerary, through the GPS. You finish one order, the next one pops up, and you can't change that. You just have to go and follow that. And so far, the routing that I've experienced on the 5, 8, and 10 orders has been pretty good. They don't bounce you around unnecessarily. Gig Adventures writes about a unique quirk involving roadie. That is, when an offer comes up and you accept it, you're actually bidding on that. And it can go out to several different drivers, and then for whatever metrics that roadie uses, they then determine who gets the job. So he writes, whenever I assign myself to a gig with roadie, roadie says 10 minutes later, gig no longer available. So yeah, they have a metric system that they use. It's kind of a bid process. The offer comes up on your screen, you accept it, and then usually within a 10-minute window, in my case I find it's usually pretty quick. Roadie algorithm determines who gets the job. Sometimes it's you and sometimes it's not. At the bottom of the screenshot, Benjamin asked, do you always experience low orders while dashing? That is just so market dependent, it's not even funny. I've had banging Mondays, I've had super slow Mondays. You know, if the customer's buying, we're working. If they ain't buying, we're sitting idle. And that's just the way it is. I have found that the Accept More, Earn More program in my market, when things are good, it feeds on itself. It's not too hard to stay above 70%. But then I got into a couple weeks there that were really bad. A whole bunch of cheap clowns out there, and I've dropped down to about 54%, and I'm finding it pretty hard to claw back up. And last but not least, Medicated Bob says, yo, yo, yo. Thank you very much, Bob. Alright guys and gals, that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you can take something from this video and put it to use for yourself. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and hope to see you next time.